All right, here we go. I have been a Chicago Bears supporter, okay, for 35 years. I'm making sure I'm recording. I've been a Chicago Bears supporter for 35 years, okay? I have seen the Dick Durans, okay? I have seen the Mark Trestmans. I have seen the Lovie Smiths. I have seen the John Foxes. I have seen bad offensive line play. I've seen the Mike Tices. I have seen Frank Omiel. I have seen Rashawn Salam to Thomas Jones to Cedric Benson to Adrian Peterson. Not that one. I have seen the Mark Columbos. I have seen terrible offensive line play. I've seen Danny Trevathan not live up to the contract that they gave him. I've seen the Joe Odoms. I have seen the Hunter Hillenmeyers. I have seen the Des Clarks. I've seen the Matt Spaeths. I have seen it all. My prediction this year was 5 wins. And even that felt like a stretch. But what did I hear? No, they're going to improve. Traded for DJ Moore. Hasn't ever had a good quarterback and still balled out in Carolina. Their best offensive player arguably is a second-string running back in Roschon Johnson, who has limitless potential for the unfortunate small shelf life that running backs have. Okay? And yet here we are. After 3 weeks, your defensive coordinator resigned. Says he has health concerns. Why wouldn't you stay on with the Bears? Why wouldn't you get top-of-the-line medical treatment? Then we come find out, reportedly, it had to do with getting HR involved. HR is always going to be involved. A little broad there. But I think we know, potentially, reportedly, what avenue that'll take us down. If I am Caleb Williams and I am watching this dumpster fire of a franchise, I pull the same card that I pulled preseason when allegedly he was asked about Arizona and someone in his camp, or he said, I might wait 1 more year. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go to Arizona. If the Bears are like, you know what, we're not winning, we're going to tank. We're going to start over with Caleb Williams. If I'm Caleb, I come back for another year. Or I pull, wasn't it the Dez Bryant? I sit out for a year, and then I go to the NFL draft, and I just train my behind off the rest of the offseason. Why would any quarterback want to come here? We've seen the Shane Matthewses. We've seen the Kyle Ortons. We've seen the Cade McNowns. We've seen the Jay Cutlers, who arguably, this is terrible, it goes to show you their history, the best Bears quarterback ever, he or Sid Luckman. Moses Moreno. Caleb Haney. Remember when we thought that had potential? I see a quarterback who has not been unleashed, missing throws, playing with zero confidence, not reading defenses as well as I know he absolutely could. A clear tip, whether it was taken out of context or not, asking, why are you overthinking? He said, coaching. No one disagrees that the coaching could be better. No one will disagree with this statement either. Luke Getsy will not be the offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears next season. They go out and say, you know what we need to do in past years? 46 defense, Bears defense. No, we're not doing that. We need to score points. So they hire Phil Emery to be GM. They hire Mark Trestman to come from the CFL because he won so many Grey Cups, where true story, former Bear Henry Burris is viewed as the best quarterback in that league. It's a failure. Mark Trestman was awful. That was the Robbie Gould, Brandon Marshall beef that they had in the locker room. Embarrassment. We asked, I'll leave that out. And they decided to retool with Matt Eberflus, defensive guy. You know where the defenses have finished in the last 2 years? Dead last, if not 31st. I can confidently say Matt Eberflus will probably be gone. Yet they say they want offense. You know who they didn't interview and instead hired Matt Eberflus? Mike McDaniel, who just posted 70 on the Denver Broncos. Oh, the Bears play the Broncos on Sunday at Soldier Field. At some point, as a Bears collective, listen to me. We actually can't get mad anymore at a head coach, at an offensive coordinator, at a quarterback, at a wideout, at a defensive line coach for getting no pressure and signing Yannick Ngakoue to a one-year deal. Can't even get mad at the GM. Ryan Poles trading a second-round pick for Chase Claypool, who can't block a DB half his size. At some point, you know what you do? And I've heard this is cheap. I don't really care. At some point, you need to point the finger at ownership. It's ownership. They make the same mistakes. They put people in the wrong position to succeed. And they hire the wrong people. How can I continue to get mad when they put, and the people around them are in positions to make those hires that are not football people? For the longest time, everyone in Chicago knows this, an accountant named Ted Phillips had the McCaskey's ear in hiring. And here we are, once again, another crap sandwich of a season. We don't have to do this every Sunday, I tell my pops. Yet we do. We sign up for it. We sign up to get kicked in the balls every single Sunday for 3.5 hours for no reason whatsoever. Why do we support this team? Why? Why? Tell me why. Why do we continue to go back to the well, which is practically just like poo-poo water at this point? It's a sewer of a well. Why do we support them? My opinion, all they're focused on is going to Arlington Heights. That's it. That's it. That's all they care about. They don't care about winning. Here's the other problem with all this. They have no incentive to win. Virginia McCaskey, 100 years old. George McCaskey, trust fund baby. Oh, I'm a man of the people. I'm going to go to the tailgate. I'm going to wear my Bears garb and my Bears jersey, and I'm going to drink old style. Doesn't matter. You are a rich kid. You fell into it. You weren't born on third base. You were born in the executive suite. The bigger problem with this is that they're not incentivized to win, because if they, hypothetically, were to say, you know what we want to sell, you know what would happen? They'd make billions. Billions. Dan Snyder, Albert Hainsworth, Gus Frerotte. Congressional testimony sold for billions. Didn't lose out at all. Jerry Richardson, RIP. Reports came out of wrongdoing. Sold the Panthers billions. As frustrating can be, I picked them to finish last. I didn't pick them to be god-awful. And yet, up the road by a few hours, the Packers go from Bart Starr to Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. It's not even a rivalry at this point. It's big brother beating up on little brother and sending them into fourth place in the division. And by the way, I picked the Lions to win. My order was Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears. But again, I didn't think it would be this atrocious to watch. And yet here we are. Can't block, can't run, can't throw, can't catch, can't play defense, can't rush the quarterback, can't even play special teams well. It is enraging. So I'll see you on Sunday.